Shankara Karunakara Jagadeshwara Parameshwara Shiva Shakti Shankara Karunakara Jagadeshwara Shankara Karunakara Jagadeshwara Shankara Karunakara Jagadeshwara Shankara Karunakara Jagadeshwara Jai Ramana Jai Papaji Jagadeshwara Shankara Karunakara Jagadeshwara Jai Nandamai Shankara Karunakara Jagadeshwara Shankara Karunakara Arunachala Shiva Shankara Karunakara Jagadeshwara Shankara Karunakara Jagadeshwara Shankara Karunakara Jagadeshwara Shankara Karunakara Jagadeshwara Jai Avaduta Jagadeshwara Shankara Karunakara 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 Jagadeshwara
Karunakara Jagadishwara Parameshwara Shankara Karunakara Jagadishwara Parameshwara Shankara Karunakara Jagadishwara Parameshwara Shankara Karunakara Jagadishwara Parameshwara. Jai Gurudev, Shri Satguru Ramana ki, Jai! Babaji ki, Jai! Jiji ki, Jai! Super beautiful. Namo Bhagavate Om Namo Bhagavate Om Namo Bhagavate Om Namo Bhagavate Om Vasudevaya Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Om Namo Bhagavate Om Namo Bhagavate Om Namo Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Om Namo Vasudevaya Vasudevaya Namo Bhagavate Om Namo Bhagavate Om Namo Bhagavate Om Namo Bhagavate Om Vasudevaya Om Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Om Namo Bhagavate Om Namo Bhagavate Om Namo Vasudevaya Om Namo Vasudevaya. Vasudevaya.
Beloved,
shower of grace, river of love, ocean of peace, timeless truth into being. This joyous world, light of the divine, all of this we are, all this we are, all this we are. Fragrance of joy, open sky, whose light dispels clouds of despair. Now Maya's bewitching power no more shall bind us. We are free. Maya's bewitching power, no more shall bind us, no more shall bind us, no more shall bind us. We are free.
Beloved, remember this. Wherever you are, wherever you may be, right there is a door into your inmost being. Enter fully the deep blue of infinite being. Merge yourself in the vibration of these heart songs, where you find yourself one with truth, peace, and grace. Om.
Something somewhere within is tough. At the first kiss of sunlight, new bottle gives up its fragrance, its beauty, its life in complete surrender. It lets go into the unknown. Welcome to the infinite dance. Welcome home to the unknown. Where is my light? Where is myself? Where can I go now? Where I am not. Your kiss has removed me, and now I am nothing. All that remains is you. Joy in my heart, silence and peace. Behind appearances, who is here? Who is here? Watching all this behind whose eyes what is looking? Look deeply into the mirror of your own soul. What do you see? This is your clue. What do you see? This is your clue. See, and you are free. Take into your heart. Arunachala, take me all the way home. Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya, 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 Namah. Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya, 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 Namah. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you, my dear. With an echo. We had lots of technical difficulties, so I'm using Azhar's computer and internet account. So Azhar is sharing Satsang now. Namaste everyone. A very warm welcome to Satsang today. Sadhguru Shri Muji Ji ki Jai. Is the audio okay for this computer? It's okay? Okay. What to say? What to say? Sometimes the simplicity of what we are sharing is just too obvious. So the sense can come that what more is left to say now? And I hope for all of you it's getting more and more clear and more obvious that I have always been this, what is being spoken about. And with the realization that I have always been this sense that something can happen here or something can happen to me, this must be dissolving. And all fear is oriented around this concept that I have to protect myself from something that can happen to me. And once it's clearly seen now that it's always been a misunderstanding, a misidentification, then sometimes the sense of just not having to do anything, even for freedom, can seem a bit overwhelming. Because we're so used to doing, planning, getting somewhere, becoming someone, that once it's seen that there is actually nothing to do, nowhere to go, no self to realize. no external sense of self that I have to get to. Just the recognition of what is already here, and that which I've already known. Then for some of us it can seem like, no, no, but tell me how to stabilize in this. No, but tell me what I must do, what practice I must follow, how long must I inquire for, or at least give me the certificate that I'm done. Uh, Either tell me what to do next, or give me the certificate that I'm done. There is nothing to do next, and I cannot give you a certificate because you were done before you started. The certificate would imply that you got somewhere, distinguished job as a seeker, awarded the certification for outstanding seeker or something like that. That which was present before seeker, that which was present before any identity, that is true for everyone. So what must the certificate read? That, oh, this one, God was born within it, and God played around as a person for a while, and now God is not playing around as a person so much. That'll be a long certificate too. So we can never be the one that wants any sort of certification also. But it's very, I know that in the phenomenal realm, it's very natural. I started a journey. Now at least tell me whether the journey is over or not. And sometimes it's very irritating to hear, you were already that before you started the journey. You rather hear, no, no, you got it now, you got somewhere. Uh, You rather hear that. And then what happens? Suppose I was to say to all of you, you got it now. What happens? Very quickly doubt will come, but you're just being nice. Do you really see? Yeah. You will not even accept that. If I was to print out certificates with signatures at the end, most of you will come back and say, but I'm unworthy of this. You tell me that I have rose colored spectacles on and I see everyone as free. So what is it that we are still waiting for? That is the, if there is a sense of still waiting for something, what is it that we are still waiting for? It can be that satsang, coming to satsang is now just a joy, which is completely fine. There's no sense of waiting or something to happen. You see, I can imagine how tiring it must be if you come into satsang every day feeling that something will happen today, something I'm going to today pay complete attention and something will happen here today. End of satsang, maybe tomorrow, uh, maybe tomorrow again. Eventually what I need to do is I have to go for the retreat. You see. For the retreat, there it'll happen. And retreat also same thing. Then retreat first day nothing, second day nothing, fifth day you come in and say something, and fifth day might be I might just be making jokes. But this is my time for realization, and all he's doing is making jokes. It's not happening, and it gets over. And outwardly, you're saying thank you, very beautiful. Inwardly, you're saying you just wasted my opportunity. But there is truly nothing to get. In fact, I go a step further and say that you cannot become the ego. No ego has ever truly existed, not even clearly in our imagination. We have a vague imagination of the ego, but we are unable to identify, even as an imaginary entity, what the ego is. There is no problem to solve. One sage, Sant Kabir, had said that the fish is thirsting for water within the water, swimming in the water and thirsting for water. He says that I laugh. I see that the fish is thirsting for water within the water, and I laugh. But here it's even more laughable, and it has been like this for all of us, that it is the water which is thirsting for water, not even the fish which is thirsting for water. The water pretending to be a droplet, which is then wanting to become the ocean. What to do? How do I make the ocean out of this droplet, which never existed separately anyway? Therefore, at best, it must just be a shift of perspective, a shift which is the dropping of that which is just imagined and the seeing of what is here now. And no matter what is appearing in the physical body or outside this body in the phenomenal realm, you are already always only that, no matter what is appearing. Even now in the hangout, when I see these small boxes, I see some are struggling. Some energy must be floating through, and some are laughing. You see, in either of these appearances, that which is witnessing it is untouched by any of that. So let the body do whatever it likes. In fact, the point of having the sacred space of satsang is also this, that we are not to be concerned with what is arising in the body. Sometimes very strong energetic release can happen. Screaming, other times laughter. Sometimes crying and laughter together. All that is okay. But it is not in the experiencing of any of these states that the truth lies. The truth is prior to this. And once we are recognizing what we are, as we recognize more and more what we are, then we are not even concerned with having a happy life or not. A happy life or a life full of events which are strong and full of grief doesn't actually truly matter to the reality of what I am. So if any of you have this sense that I am waiting for something, can we at least expose what is it that we are waiting for? You can type in the Hangout or the chat, or you can come up and say, what is it? If there is this sense of waiting, if it is not there, then don't pick it up. Because it can be also he's saying that I am waiting, I must be waiting. You pick up a new conditioning. If you're not waiting, you're not waiting. Forget it. But if there's a sense I'm still waiting for something, then can we at least define for ourselves what is it that I'm waiting for?
The first one.
Yes. I cannot stop you today because I'm using your computer. If he gets upset and takes his computer and goes.
Although I understand that this waiting is futile because I know that it will never happen according to the mind. But this waiting is
No,
future.
Is the waiting futile because you know that it will never happen according to the mind, or is it futile because you're already that?
First one.
First one. So there is not this recognition that I am already what is being spoken of.
Okay, let me give the exact
Yes.
thing. So, for example, for me, a perfect life would be.
You can say it. What would a perfect life be?
Means all the needs and the requirements of the body is fulfilled
Taken care
without
of.
is taken care of. And I am able to come to satsang as often as I like, and I can go to Muji Rishikesh satsang and all that. Means I can be in some way in contact with
Yeah.
these kind of happenings. And outside there could be a stability in that all these needs could be taken care of. But I also know that life is like a flow of a river, which is always ups and downs. It happens. So there can never be a stability, a final ending point beyond which there can be no improvement at all. But I'm always struggling towards the perfection in this phenomenon realm, which I can never find. So this is for me the
Yes. And you feel that once you have this kind of thing, few things you mentioned. One was that this body's needs are all taken care of, firstly. Second is that I don't have constraints on my time, so I can come to satsang anytime. I can go to Rishikesh for Guruji satsang also. None of this will be there. And then what will happen?
then I will rest in peace.
Then you would rest in peace. Mhm.
Then I can devote more of my time in contemplation and inquiry and silence looking. This kind of thing.
Yes. So then you're able to spend more time with contemplation, inquiry, and the looking. What if I were to tell you that the fruit of the inquiry is available first, yeah? But the clarity of the vision that it is available first seemingly gets clouded because you feel that this should happen before I can truly contemplate and inquire.
Can you please repeat?
What if I was to say that the fruit of inquiry is available right now, but the clarity of the vision that the fruit is available right now seems to get clouded because there's this feeling that first this, and this should happen, and then I will be able to inquire.
But actually, in my sense, there is no kind of active seeking.
Hmm.
It's just,
Yes, so if there is no active seeking, then what were the conditions about?
for example, I am stuck in work, but I don't know why, but I want to be with you.
Yeah.
But I cannot explain why, or is there anything that I'm looking for through it?
Hmm.
I don't know these answers.
So You wanted to be with me, and yeah, now completely we are together.
Yeah, and I am at peace.
Yes. So don't project into the future. Don't project anything into the future, and just be completely with me now. I forgot the question I was asking. What was I asking everyone to do?
To look still love, I think.
Huh?
To look different still love, I
Yeah,
think.
you're asking, are you waiting for something?
Huh.
And I said that I'm waiting for
What is it that we're waiting
perfection.
for?
And through all this, I said that I'm waiting for perfection in this phenomenal realm, but I know that it is not possible.
But he said that I want to be able to be with you, and now you are with me. So wait is over, at least for now. What about the others? I'll also read what is being typed. Aparna says, Father, need your prayers, have severe wrist pain called carpal tunnel syndrome. I see. This is the RSI that even I had many years ago. Too much computer usage causes this, or the phone usage. Just can't bear it. Please may I ask for your prayers. Thank you so much. Pain is too intense. Yes, it can become very strong like this. Can't stay in satsang. Need your blessings and prayers, Father. I'm waiting for morning now to go to the doctor in so much pain. Yes. This carpal tunnel can be quite strong, isn't it? So all our blessings, all our pain, all our love is with you, my dear. Bridget says, the next satsang. Okay, once that perfect satsang comes, what should happen in that? Is it about an awakening experience will happen to me? Or what is it? What should happen in that perfect satsang? We should look at that more. And then Bahare says, I'm waiting for something which cannot name it. You just named it, Father, the clarity of vision. Okay, very good. Maria says, waiting for call of bank saying my transfer to book hotel in Rishikesh is done. And then Batima says, I'm waiting to stabilize in silence. Okay. Amba says, once I felt I was waiting to speak with Mujiji, and he said, recognize that which is not waiting. Yes. Shivani says, Father, here the condition is that I will recognize what I am. I will recognize what I am. And the thought that gets belief is that I will just see clearly that I am free. So there is a waiting for this recognition and clarity. Okay. So now we identified what the waiting is for. Let's find out what is missing in the right now. So clarity of vision, waiting for simple recognition, all of this we are waiting for. So can we find what is not here right now? What is blocking clarity, or what is blocking the recognition? When we check on what is here now, what is missing in this now? Who is here now? Is that one waiting? Is this one waiting? The one that is here now, what can we speak about this one? And Amaya says waiting to just not have any more thoughts about it ever. Just so radiantly clear and peaceful all the time. For the day others would be the ones to say it. Ah, like that. And like that. Thoughts, but definitely lingering thoughts. This what the masters are like. The whole quest for person just gone. So just right now, in the right now, there is no difference between the sages and you. In this moment, as being is unassociated with any concept, you are a sage. In fact, we can go further and say, in this moment, as you are unassociated with all concepts, you are God. You cannot associate with the concept I am God to see that you are God. It is only God that is here, or God pretending to be the ego. If you want to stop pretending to be the ego, then drop the belief in thought. A sage is nothing but a worldly embodiment of this God principle which remains unassociated. In this instant, as we are not picking up the trickster's voice, there is only God. And even when the trickster's voice is picked up, there is only God, but only God playing or pretending to be the ego. So picked up concept is playing as person, not picked up concept, only consciousness is here. That's why I've been saying don't pick it up. You cannot say I want to stop pretending. You can play like that also. We have complete freedom to do it, but it's just not coherent. You see. So you cannot say that I want to stop pretending and yet I want to cling to my concepts. That can never happen. All concepts that we believe to be worthy are not worthy of that which you truly are. With me, everyone is. Yes, Tupsi says, I don't know how I could call what it is here. Yes. If it is really God or space, I don't know. Seems like only words, yes. Ultimately, all of these are just concepts also which are thrown away. You see, once you see that you are undeniably this truth, then you don't need any pointers also. And you find that there's this phase where you're not able to say. You'll say, oh, Ananta says God or awareness or consciousness. I don't know what that means. I used to know what that means because I had definitions about them. But now it's just this oneness. Not even oneness, we can say. You see? Yes. So we're using words just to clean up this play of words with the blessing that even these words will dissolve into the nothingness. So it's truly not about the labels which are being used, but just the direct experience of what is here. So who in satsang now, if you've been here for some time, does not see or does not agree that we can only play this personal role if we pick up a concept from the mind. That means belief, give belief to a thought. Is it possible to put on the personal pretense without picking up a concept? Possible?
I don't know.
It's good to look. That's why here in satsang, the perspective is opposite, you see. We don't buy the perspective at all that you are a person and you have to become God. We look from this clarity that only consciousness is here, God is here, and we are unraveling how God pretends to be this personal entity. And everyone says God is everywhere, isn't it? Nobody said God is only there. Everyone says God is everywhere. But when most people say it, they mean God is everywhere but me. There's just me and God. But if God is everywhere, then where is the me, which is not God? Huh? Vijay says thoughts sometimes seem late. What that means? You have to elaborate a little bit on that.
Can you hear me?
Let me increase the volume a little bit.
How's that?
Let me try again.
I have
Yes.
I have a sleeping household. I don't want to wake anybody up.
Okay, my dear.
It seems like if thoughts are picked up, they're already late. Like if they're dropped, then it's clear. Does that make sense?
Just elaborate a little bit on this already late, implying what?
That the awareness is too fresh for it.
better.
Prior.
Oh, it's post facto. It's like it's just like interpreting something which is already gone or
Yes.
not there. Something like
Yeah.
this. Yeah. It's just picking up something from the past.
Or it's present in the moment, but then you drop it and it's like forgotten quickly, maybe.
Yes.
Okay.
This is a nice contemplation. Because if you look at the thoughts and the content of the thoughts, they are always reporting from the past or some projection of the future. A thought usually has nothing to say about the now, because now is already now. Already now, before the thought. This is what you mean. You see?
Yes.
Now is already now. When the thought is already too late. Yes, now I feel what you say very well. Very nice way to put it. The now is just now. A thought is coming really much too late. Yes. Very good. And that itself tells us that if you're done with the pretense, then there is no reason to pick them up. Mhm. Okay, Amaya had typed some things also. Okay, when I scroll up on this computer, it goes the other way. I'm used to the double finger scroll. Yeah, with the whole screen. Oh, okay. Maya says, nice to expose. It's like trying to convince myself that moment of anger and fear is just consciousness doing and experiencing. There is no me here, but like not fully known is big challenge at times. When these moments of strong anger and fear can come, then there can be this sense that did I forget what I was, or actually then we try to make ourselves feel better by saying, okay, it was just consciousness that was doing like that. Is that what you mean, my dear? But in the testing times, yes. Yes, the just don't believe and are you aware slices through it if not asked to expose. Because expose brings up the recent thoughts on it. Yes. But here now without them, just all is isness. Yes. Without all of these concepts, all is just this isness. I like this word very much, isness. So it comes down to not buying into anything, or that anything means anything. Yes. If no place to get to, then just now nothing is anything and all is well. Very beautiful. Vikas says, so awareness is separate from God. It's not separate in the sense of spatial separateness. That which is made up of that can never be separate from that. You see, so consciousness is made up only of awareness. It's not truly separate, it's just appearing as this realm, this phenomenal play, just appearing as that, never truly separate from that. So when it appears to be within all this play of consciousness, appears to be within awareness or within me, more and more this insight is there that it's not separate. At best, I can say it's within me, but ultimately there is no separation even between consciousness and awareness. Then you say, is awareness only a witness to God's doing? We can say like that. We can say like that. But God also is ultimately awareness alone. Just that's why Guruji says the dynamic aspect of awareness itself. He didn't say a separate entity called consciousness. A simplistic way of putting it could also be like there's this entire ocean, but sometimes when it's very cold, then the top layer solidifies. You see, becomes like ice on top. You see? So is it separate from ocean? No, it's still one ocean, but it's displaying itself like different, as if there is some difference qualitatively, and yet it is made up only of water. And you say, then why can't I remove all evil from the world? Because Vikas doesn't exist, and Vikas can't do anything. So when it becomes personal, pretending to be God, then it can never work. Because if God wanted to remove all evil from the world, he would not create the concept of evil. The way this realm is designed, just objectively when we look, we find the entire contrast of all experiencing is possible here. That is why this is the world of duality. There could also be realms where we don't say duality, it could be quadrupality. Why dual? Why is everything dual? Why not four? Then we say me as consciousness, but it's not consciousness. It is consciousness pretending to be Vikas saying, I want to do this to the world. Consciousness would see that it is all there is consciousness. It is the world. It's like saying, why does gravity fall downwards? Why doesn't it push away rather than pulling together? Why is light, the speed of light, a constant? Why is there good and evil? So even physicists have been able to report on these phenomenal forces and say this is the force with which it acts, this is the speed of something. But nobody ever defines and says this is the one who decided that light is going to be at this constant speed, the speed of light. You see, it just is what it is. So why is the speed of light that speed? Who can say? So the actions of criminals are justified then. Even a criminal can say it's all God's doing. A criminal can also say it's all God's doing, And a sage can also say it's all God's doing. Is it the same? No, it's not. Why is it different? Because you smell it. It smells different. To sound like a sage is not difficult. Anyone can read any book and start saying the same things. You see? But you have a nose for it. You can smell it. So it's not the same thing. The content of it might be the same, but the fragrance of it is different. Kavita says, Nisargadatta Maharaj says, it's all about where you put your attention. He said something about finding a balance and keeping your attention on awareness. Is that also a kind of effort? How does one keep this balance in a day-to-day life? Actually, if attention is just with awareness, then there's no question of any balance. Not in the sense that we usually look at balance, that is, I'm spiritual also, then but I'm managing my responsibilities also. Um, we want those uh, superhero capabilities that I should be able to manage all of this. You see, but if attention is only on awareness, then how is the world perceived? When attention is only on awareness, then there is no world. So this is actually the absolute state. You see, so you could call it Turiya or Samadhi or something like this. Attention only on awareness. Then Maharaj would also sometimes say, actually very often say, keep your attention only on being. And as attention stays on being, then all is allowed to come and go, nothing really sticks, and life still continues. But I have to speak from what is being experienced here, or has been experienced here, which is that I was completely unable to keep it for any length of time, either on awareness or on being. You see, and I know that most of us are. We can wake up with this resolution. It can be a New Year resolution also, saying, I will keep my attention only on being. But who is able to do it? You see? So if there is someone in satsang who's able to do it, all blessings, all wonderful auspiciousness to you. But I am speaking to those like me who are not able to do it. So for those like me, I have a simpler way. I have a simpler way. Because I was never an evolved yogi. I tried many practices, was quite miserable at most of them. Yeah. And many times I also picked up this resolution that I was only, Maharaj said, just 3 years. Within just 3 years, I was free. He heard from his master, just keep your attention in the I am. And I just kept it with the I am. So during shaving, during everything, he said like that. No, during shaving also, just with I am. And just in 3 years, I was free. And I look at that now and say, 3 years. That sounds like a long time. Why not now? See? So this is not coming from any sort of disrespect or irreverence to Maharaj, but I must ultimately be loyal to what is directly experienced from here, isn't it? Otherwise, I would not be sincere as a teacher. So I must look at it now and say that right now, instead of trying to be free, can we find out how we are bound? And then if I don't find bondage, then why should I work so hard with my attention? And for all of you I've asked, I said, show me the bondage now and then we'll figure out how to become free, and nobody finds it. Then what is it for? That is the question. So what is it for? And maybe it was suitable in that moment where it was said by Maharaj. I'm sure it was only the Sadguru speaking through him, so it's perfectly fine and suitable for that moment. But this is what the Sadguru is saying now. What to do? He's not consistent. What to do? So I think the root of also the question was, so how does one keep the balance in day-to-day life? Just by carrying this intent, I will not believe my next thought. For me, I find it the simpler way to go about it. And I also know that in day-to-day life, there will be thoughts that are picked up. So it's not about doing a post-mortem and letting go of some previous thought. Just whenever this comes to us, we just don't believe our next thought then. That much is enough, I found. So I don't want to give you an additional burden of anything at all. Because actually consciousness is never losing balance. The sense of balance being lost is only when the sense of separation has been believed. The sense of individual identity has been believed. But we are talking about that which is prior to that. And actually, I don't blame any of you if you feel that I wish the expression of the Sadguru would be just consistent. Then we just have one scripture and that would be it. Everybody just read that. One thing and done. The play is not designed like that.
I guess it evolves as as we evolve, right? As we hear certain teachings, we need to master the teaching that type come to us.
Yes, like that. That is a good way also to look at it. When we are in a particular resonance, then that appears.
But apparently, it does seem that when you are more in the silence, in the space, that you're able to less believe the mind.
Yes. So that's why we collaborate with the realm. So when we do satsang, um, we say, can everybody be in silence, turn off the mobile phones. So we are collaborating with this realm to create the right environment for us to come to the recognition of what already is. You see? So the truth is unchanging, and yet we say that, okay, let's have satsang in silence. The truth is not changing. If it was a completely noisy room and everybody was talking on their mobile phones and shouting and things, the truth is unchanging. But yet in this play of this realm, we create the environment where it seems easier to come to the recognition of what we are. So sometimes it's easier with eyes closed, sometimes it can be with eyes open, sometimes, when everything is so quiet, it's so clear, and then noise comes, attention gets dissipated, and it can seem confusing. Yes. So anything which encourages this recognition, which seems to make it easier, that is definitely an ally in this. what I was saying is, and what I'm saying now is that it doesn't make an iota of difference to the reality of what you are.
Hmm.
You see? But it definitely can aid the recognition, the being recognizing the truth of what it is.
Maharaj would also say, don't involve yourself in so many things, or don't kind of, get too busy or run after this or that. So that would also fall in the same category, right? Of just allowing yourself the space to.
Yes, for many, just naturally, all this sense of activity and things can just drop off. Yes, it doesn't happen that way again. So much activity, even now, so much work activity, family related activity still goes on. But it doesn't really seem like I'm doing something or I'm doing too much or I should cut down on something. It's naturally just what it is. But I do remember that life created this perfect space after I met my master, and for many years it was this sort of activity.
Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. Claire says, Dear Ananta, for me it is seen that attention can be in awareness and the mind doesn't exist, but all of existence is still here. I'm not trying to be clever, I know, my dear. Attention can be in awareness and existence still exists. But does anything exist without our attention on it? Let's look together. How do we know the existence of something when we, especially when we're talking about that which is phenomenal? So suppose we say that the world exists. Before before attention went to the sound of the renovation work, there was no sound of the renovation work. There was no renovation work. Uh, Just see for yourself. Before attention moves to something phenomenal, does it exist for you? Not conceptually, but really. Yes, for me, no. Also, there can be feeling about which end of attention we are talking about. This is a little bit subtle. Okay, so one end of attention is always tied into consciousness and awareness. So this end is the leash where we are holding the leash. Okay? So this is never going anywhere. So if you mean it that way, completely fine. See, no matter where attention is going, it's never really left awareness. That end of the leash. You see? Then when we usually look at it as a practice, like when Maharaj said, that turn your attention inwards and keep it on awareness, we're talking about the other end of the leash. So it's not moving anywhere, just remains in awareness itself. Okay? Then nothing else exists till attention moves to being or to phenomena. You see, so we're talking about that end, the end which seems to be moving about, not attached here. So just like the dog on the leash, it's moving here and there, but actually only attached to what I am. But when it's prescribed as a practice, we are talking about the dog resting only in the truth. Isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes these examples can sound crazy. To me, the is not very clear. You must come and say that just made no sense. Can you take another example?
Ananta,
Yes, my dear.
I think what I'm meaning for myself is that attention now as I'm sitting here, and attention is resting in awareness, and everything around me is here, something like that.
Yes, but yes, I know where you're coming from now. So what I'm saying is that, is it true? And this is a contemplation we can contemplate together. Is it true that something else exists without our attention being on it?
That's what I should be.
Okay. So if you're looking at that side now, can you confirm that there exists a computer?
Yeah.
You can't actually. It's
I
only a
find it
presumption.
if
It's
I look
only a
the other way.
presumption. It's
No, I
old.
think there is a computer. If I'm not looking at it, it's still there.
Yes,
It's still there.
Yes, this is the whole debate of that Schrodinger's cat. You put a cat in the box. I know Anandi hates this example. You put a cat in the box, and there's no observer, there's no light, there's no room to see the cat, but it's well looked after. Okay, but we put it in that box, and there's no observer of the cat, and the cat, there's no sound coming from within the box. Also, is there really a cat? And for centuries, people have debated this. The same as saying a tree is cut in the forest and there's nobody to see it or to hear it. Does it still make a sound? It's only a presumption that it does. You see?
I think that seems ridiculous.
Yes. So it's like, let me make it seem a little less ridiculous to you. So you enter a dream.
Yeah.
In the dream, you are in this world. You see. So is the dream, does it consist only of the dream that you are seeing, or the rest of the world is still there with the 7 billion people?
No, it's just the dream in the dream.
So in the dream, if you were having this conversation, you would still say, but that is ridiculous. Of course, there must be other people. There's a newspaper here in the dream which says there was an accident in some place and so many people died. You see?
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't.
Okay. So let's say that you went to sleep.
Yeah.
And you had a dream. And in the dream, you had to be the moderator in Ananta Satsang today. So you put on the thing, you posted the things, you posted everything. And then in the dream, Ananta came very late because he had some technical problems. And then he came, and then we came to this conversation where he said, Claire, when you look away from the computer, you see, remember, it's still your dream. And now you're seeing that. So when you look away from the computer, does the computer still exist? You already said that no, only what I'm aware of, or where my attention is in the dream, only that exists. Nothing else is. You see? So in the dream, is there the computer there or no?
The dream state seems different to the waking state for me.
But in what way is it different?
The dream state seems to be more about the mind, and the state now of waking is more the it can be the mind and the physical, or it can be just the physical and awareness, something like that, and something like that, and awareness.
But experientially, it is completely possible that we are having this conversation in a dream, isn't it?
No.
Yes, you must look at this, because my feeling is it is completely possible, and there have been many conversations that I've had in dreams. You see, so why not? Only after coming to this state, which we call the waking state, we say, oh, but that was just in my mind. But when we're there, all that seems so real. And if there was some memory of this, we would say, oh, that was such a just mind trip, it was so weird. It's completely possible. I also had this experience which I shared in Satsang once, that I was sleepy, I went to the sleep state, and suddenly this dream state came, and these people, they were there, and they seemed so familiar, as if they are my family. And suddenly this waking state came, so-called waking state came, and there was this sense, oh no, that was my family, what am I doing here? Yeah. So it can seem completely real there also. Only when it seems like, oh, I'm here in this state, it can seem like, oh, that was really just a dream. You see? But within the dream, we have felt pain, we have felt pleasure, we have felt fear, we have felt anger, we've experienced things, we've experienced all the realm, the world. It doesn't run out of space. If you're running in the dream, it doesn't say, okay, now I have to stop now because this is just a dream. There is unlimited space and unlimited time. You see? But what I want to tell you more importantly is that if it is not naturally feeling true to you, then forget about it. Because that is not the core of the pointing that the world is a dream. The core of the pointing is just the recognition of what we are. The rest of it can be insights which can come or not. It's not that important. For me, it's always a helpful analogy, a helpful metaphor to compare this with the dream state. You see, because the sense of reality. Okay, I'm just struggling with this computer a little bit, so I'm slower than usual. And Dina said something very interesting. She said, when we were talking about light and things like this, or why the universe is always expanding, one of the greatest mysteries in science. The beautiful mystery is that the universe is always expanding. Into what? Yeah? There's a theory now. That's why I read this thing. So the sense that the universe is always expanding, but the mind makes it out to be something that there is this space into which it's expanding. You see, but it's not expanding in that way, in those spatial terms. It's more like the time and space continuum seems to be getting broader and broader or something. Because otherwise the question would be, the universe is expanding, that means that which it is expanding into is not the universe, must already be, isn't it? And Priya says, enlightenment for lazy people suits me fine. Yes, 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 suits me so well actually. Barak says, Dear Ananda, I'm thinking about going to Rishikesh, but I'm a bit scared for this situation. So I'm not sure. Something is saying when you go to Rishikesh, you're only going to make it hard for yourself. I know that it's the master. If it happens, it's His grace which is flowing, and that auspiciousness has to come. But if you were to ask me to give you some phenomenal advice, some personal advice for a change, I would say just go. If life is creating the space for you to be there at my master's feet, just go. And go, if you go, then also go with no expectation. Because many go to places like Thiru and Rishikesh with great expectations of super bliss and all of that. And when they get there, they, oh, man, this place is so dirty. Yeah. And I remember a friend, we were just talking, I was talking to her, and I really sold to her a few years ago. maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I really sold Thiru to her. I said, you must come, Arunachala, so beautiful, you must, and so blissful, and like that. I really sold it to her. And she came and she said, this is a dump. Where do I come? There's no bliss. I'm just so angry with you for getting me here. So that's why now I say just come, but come with no expectation. But my phenomenal advice to you still would be just come. And Amaya says, yes, it is wonderful how thoughts, doubts, none of it can ever touch or change awareness, presence. That's why this is a play, you see, just a game. Nothing can really happen. Just like children going to the playground, a parent knows that the most that can happen to my child is that they'll get tired. Playground. So this world is a self-created playground for consciousness itself, where at the worst you can say, I'm just tired of this game, but nothing can really happen to you. Stephen says, thank you for the space, Ananta. What is then the difference between us? What is the difference between a guru and a devotee? The simplest answer could be that the guru actually sees no difference, and that's what every day is saying, you are free, you are that, you are free, you are that, because he sees that there is no difference. But the way to look at it would be that the embodiments in this realm that we call sages or the guru are just the embodiment of that which is refusing now to believe that they could ever become the person or the ego. So the sense of belief in the separation has been dropped. But the more accurate answer is that there is no difference actually, because we are one, we are that.
Ananta, may I ask something?
Yes, you can come.
Yeah.
I can't see you though.
No. Do you hear me well?
I hear you, yes, I hear you. There, okay. I see the picture now.
There is nothing coming in the moment. Every time when I want to tell something to you, it's gone. So empty. Yesterday, the question today in the beginning was what are we waiting for? And there's not actually waiting here. It is more we are on a way. We are here and we want to go somewhere because we want to reach you. Yeah, in this way. And for this we have the Sangha and the Satsang and the contemplations and the inquiry. And without that, I think there is no meaning in this game, the whole game. Without this, because we would not recognize that this game anyway. So and at this point, I made a contemplation last night, and I lay down, and okay, it still does not feel good. Yeah? I am not where I want to be. So I start. This is my body. Okay, I'm not my body. I can see my body. Then there are the thoughts coming and going. Okay, I'm not my thoughts. I know it. I see it. Yeah, because I can watch them. I'm not my thoughts, but still, it does not feel good. I'm not free. Yeah, like this. And then I ask myself, okay, who am I? Stay in the now.
This is good. Let's slow down. Let's slow down a little bit. Very beautifully you started. You say, I'm not the body. I see the body. I'm aware of it. It is not aware of me. I am not my mind, obviously. I am aware of the thought. The thought is not aware of me. So don't stop there. You say, you say it doesn't feel good. So even feeling, let's look at feeling. Something can feel good or bad. You are aware of the feeling, but is the feeling aware of you?
Yeah, that's true. So it came to a point I dropped and didn't pick up anymore. And for 2 seconds, there was only, I cannot label it, it was light. Yeah. So, and then this feeling that was not even good feeling. It was just gone. Yeah.
Yes.
Everything, not everything. It was you know what I mean. And this is in experience, I know it. And in my memory, it was a nice experience. I labeled it afterwards. It was nice. I want to reach it again. I'm searching for it. So what now I'm contemplating, what was the difference between this timeless moment and now? I'm here sitting, and it's not a thought. I'm not consciously believing in a thought. There's not a thought in my head and telling me, yeah, this is not what you are in. It's not feeling good, and it's more a subtle. I cannot name it a thought. Yeah, it is a feeling, and maybe I give unconsciously this feeling a meaning. It has not to be like it is. Maybe, yeah, it has to be different. Maybe this is, but it's not a thought I can see, but it's subtle. It's maybe a subtle belief. It has not to be like it is. No, it has to be different, because when I see you and when I hear your words, this is another thing. I am not able to talk or convey my experience, my truest truth. I am not able to convey in the moment to nobody around me and my family, because I tumble. Yeah, immediately they have an argument with me. They argue with me, and I fall. Yeah, I'm not fully established in it, so I cannot open my mouth. Yeah, and this is the difference. Yeah, and I ask myself now, what is the difference? I'm not consciously aware of it, but it's a belief. I think it's only a belief. Because the moments, it's maybe grace. I don't do nothing. I'm not even want to think about inquiry or something. And by grace, in one moment, I'm in the now, and it's gone. Everything is gone again. The word is still here, but I'm not connected in this way. But now it feels heavy again, and there's a difference.
Yeah.
You're smiling.
Very beautiful report. Just one thing I want to also say in that is that even if I admit to some differences between you and me, I'm sure it is exactly the same when we are communicating with our families. You should see me when I'm trying to communicate this to my family also, especially when they're speaking practically. It doesn't go well. So that's the same. I feel that just to look at what is going on, and we see that when there is no phenomena, that which we call sleep state, there is only this awareness. And for reasons unexplainable, which no mind can ever truly answer, there is a birth of consciousness within this awareness, made up of this awareness. We can have many hypotheses. We can say it is to experience itself, the glory of itself, or to taste the love which is in service to being, all this. But nobody can truly authoritatively explain why birth of beingness happens within awareness. So we can choose our favorite reason and stay with that. My favorite reason is that it's a leela for entertainment. It's not true, but it's my favorite. But truly, unexplainably, the birth of being or birth of consciousness happens within awareness. Then what happens? What are the forces which are available to us? Instantly, with the birth of being, there are the forces of attention and belief. Even before you can say, I am a person, there must be the force of attention which can go to the energetic movement which seems to carry the words, I am this or I am that. And the power to believe these words is present. That is why, as children, they've not learned yet to exercise the power of their belief. Therefore, the sages often say that a sage is like a child. So then what happens? Till this point, there can be no difference because being is just being and awareness is just awareness. The phenomenal experience can be different, and I'm including feelings and thoughts and memories and imagination, everything into the phenomenal experience. You see, or the appearance. So this is witnessed. Till now, nothing is picked up. The seeming difference or the root of separation only starts with our first belief. We picked up an idea, we picked up a concept, I am this or I am that, I am this way or that way, I am happy or not happy. And there, the seeming play of separation begins. Before that, not possible, you see. In unassociated being, there is no difference, there is only being. The other seeming difference which the mind is always happy to tell us about is this sense that, oh, my attention went to this feeling and it was not a great feeling, or my attention went to these thoughts, it was not great, or my attention went to the suffering of the world and it did not feel nice. Okay? So it's always willing to report on the movement of attention. But I can tell you that even for the sage, the attention is moving in the same way. He's just not buying the interpretation, or she's just not buying the interpretation of this. What is being collected by attention and brought to us.
Yeah, it sounds so easy, because if I go in a shop or in the marketplace, I don't have to buy. I go, yeah. But I've in the moment, last days, many trouble in my marriage with my wife, typical, yeah. And in these times when I felt so hurt and really she's treating me so bad, and yeah, I have not done nothing and blah blah blah. I am not able to. I see it. I am aware. I know I'm aware. Yeah, I have to be aware, because if I'm not aware, nothing will happen. I know it, but it's not like I get a distance of it. Sometimes it's like I'm aware, and I know, as I mentioned before the other day, that I am aware. If I do this now, yeah, if I write this WhatsApp message now, I get in trouble. It's stupid. I don't have to write. And I'm aware, and I'm doing it. I'm aware. Yeah, I let it go. This is what I meant with I like this play. I like to play this play. If not, I would be silent. Yeah. But sometimes it is like I cannot do anything about it. Yeah. I'm aware, but I am not aware that I'm aware. I'm not aware that I'm here. There's the past and the fear of the future, and the small little one sitting here getting hurt, this stupid world like this. And I think this is the only thing what for we are here to, yeah, to melt this away. Or to, no.
Yes, yes. So this, like this, we must talk a little bit about this aspect also, which is that if I say all of you are already free, then why do I also say you must come to satsang? That can get confusing, isn't it? You say I'm already free, but then you also say just make sure you keep coming to satsang. Why like that? It's only that the whole point of satsang is to point being towards the truth of what it is. Okay? But being has a capacity for belief, has a capacity for pretense. And we've collected many pretenses over millions of years. Many subtle or strong identities have been picked up. You see? So satsang serves as a reminder, drop this, drop this, drop this, drop this, drop this. And the master says, keep coming because we are dropping this together. Okay? When instead it is a picking up of the concept. Okay, this is little subtle, so just stay with me. When I say that you are free, it is a pointing so that you look and you check that there is no bondage now. I am free. That is the purpose of the pointing. The misuse of this pointing would be to pick it up conceptually. You see? So if I am free becomes a concept that gets picked up, then very quickly the concept, therefore I don't need to come to satsang, will also get picked up because I am free, you see. Yeah? So when I say you are free, it is to point you to see that there is no bondage. You are free to look, not to pick up freedom even as a concept. That's why I say that the way we define contemplations is different from typically the world would define a contemplation. Because the world would define a contemplation as sitting and thinking about something. We say that contemplation is just the seeing of how it is, the direct experience of what is the most beautiful contemplation. So what is happening in satsang is that all of this bag full of identity is being emptied away, emptied away, emptied away. And our strongest identities then seem to be pushing our buttons strongly. A lot of them got thrown away and we don't even remember that we carried them. Okay? But the strongest one can still be in the special relationship, the husband-wife, the partner relationship can be one of the strongest. Okay? So when something is pushing our button in that way, we are not to Advaita it away and say, oh, but I'm free and then therefore this should not bother me. Because that creates a dichotomy, you see. It will create an inner struggle because inwardly we're experiencing a sense of suffering because of what the wife is doing. And outwardly we're feeling that, oh, but I must be free, I am awareness, something like this. So instead of that, what we must do is just when something seems to bother us, then we look at that and say, okay, why am I upset with what this appearance of woman is saying? Why? That must be the reason. If she was not my wife, then it would not bother me. If it was a random stranger on the street saying something, then it doesn't bother me. Why does it bother here? Because I am the husband, you see. So we must then look at this husband and say, where is this husband? Is the body the husband? Who is the husband? And we must really inquire. It can sound funny like this, oh, but you know, this is kindergarten stuff or something like that. But actually we must look and say, okay, where is the husband? I'm concerned only because I'm find a husband, and we look and we look and we look and we say, there is no husband here. And this husband identity can be one of the most sticky ones. From my experience, I'm saying, not from yours, can be one of the most sticky ones. And it remained here and still remains to some extent here, even after the sharing of satsang began. And one day my wife actually came to me and said, have you seen that the way you communicate with the Sangha is different, or even if you were to meet a stranger, it's different from how you communicate with me, And the husband just wanted to react and say all kinds of things, but I took it and I said, yes, this is true. Why is this? That the husband identity still operates. And I realized that it's a really sticky one. And then some deep inquiry can happen about it. And I can say that it's lighter than it was, but I can still not say that it's completely gone. Because it's been a long, long relationship. I've known Garima for more than 20 years now. You see? So this can be sticky. The good news is that life is constantly now showing us what still needs to be contemplated, what still needs to be inquired into. So rather than looking at those as points of failure to say, see, I failed again, I was doing so well as awareness, and see, I became a person again. Instead of that, we use them as opportunities for our inquiry.
This is my experience, that everything, this is really true for me. Everything is happening only for my my freedom. I'm aware of this. What I forgot when I made the inquiry last night. This was the person I inquired in, because I'm still believing in the person. I believe that these thoughts and beliefs and feelings in the body are moving this body, and altogether this is a person. Yeah. And at some point I dropped everything. I dropped this belief, and this was a freedom somehow for me. And I know everyone and every situation, everything is brought me here. There's no doubt. And yeah, no, I see it afterwards also. Even if yesterday I had the experience, you start to talk and my body is going to the kitchen, make some coffee, or I will listen to you later after I make my coffee, or I fall asleep. But I'm totally aware and sure whatever is needed, the attention is going there automatically. I cannot do anything. I wake up in the right moment. I hear the birds loud. Before it was only chatter in the background, but when someone is really interesting for my situation or for me in this moment, your words become clear automatically. I don't do anything. I wake up. I stop in my actions without intention, and so everything is good. So only to share it's feeling better.
Yes, very good, very good, very good. Also, I noticed like this, that just before satsang, when we were trying to connect, I noticed that earlier when we started the hangout, there would be this rush to get into the hangouts, and there would be just 5 or 6 or 10 or 12 people watching from YouTube. Now I'm noticing these days that there are sometimes like 37, 38 people watching on YouTube, and there are still spaces in Hangout. You see? Because on YouTube you can be relaxed. You can listen to some music if it's boring. You can check your email. But on Hangout, I'm looking at you and saying, "Hey, are you with me? Yeah. It's almost like being in the hot seat to some extent. And this is also fine too, because we're not regimenting that you have to be this certain way or not. It's full freedom like this. Batima says, dear Ananta, this sudden realization came that I am the thought itself. The thought itself. Okay? The knowing intelligence. Yes, the knowing intelligence. And everything is within me that comes and goes. Yes, yes. Even you can say like this, maybe better way to put it would be to say even the thought is made up of me. See? But I am that which knows the thought and no thought, the mind and no mind. See? So me, I am beyond even thought. See? Because thought is also phenomenal, energy construct. And I know thought, a thought can come. And I know that no thought, no mind, as the Zen masters would call it, the no mind state. Both I know. So I am this knowing intelligence which is aware of thought and no thought, and yet thought is also made up of only me. In this way, it is all one.
It's 6:30, but we started.
A little late, so we'll go on. Thank you. Yes, Amaya says, super talk. I say you are free, but I also say come to satsang. Why? Yes. It's important that we clarify
Yes,
this.
and the pointer of freedom that could be a different too.
Hmm.
That pointer that you give out when you say you are free, it's free.
It's for looking, not for
Yes.
picking up conceptually. Yes. Actually, I would rather that we have no concept about freedom or bondage, but if you were to put me on a spot and say, if I was to pick between the two concepts, and tell you to pick between the two concepts, I am bound, pick, I am free. Of course, I won't want you to at all as a concept, but if you had to pick up one of the two concepts, say pick up the concept you are free, because it'll save you a lot of trouble. It will lead to a lot of specialness, arrogance, spiritual ego, all of that. But between the two, because this has become too old now, I am bound. too, too old. Yes, this is also beautiful. Always, Stephen says, "Why should I not come to satsang when I am free?" Of course, I would come. Especially, I would come beauty to beauty. Love wants to be with love. Yes, it becomes just our joy to be in satsang.
Did you say it's a movement of resonance coming to satsang?
It's like a movement of resonance coming to satsang. Yes,
Oh, natural.
natural. Yes. But for satsang, I would actually say, even if it feels like it's not natural, if some days can feel like I just don't go. It's not natural. There's no resonance. Still come for satsang, I would say. But it's very nice if it feels so natural and resonating. Yes, Omkar says satsang reminds us that free and bound are only concepts. And Dina says, Ananta, when I look, even the I am is a subtle concept. Can you talk about this? Yes. We can say that I am also is not the absolute. Before I am. That's why Guruji, one of his books is called Before I Am. That which is prior to I am is our true self. And the I am is a beautiful expression of this true self. Omkar says otherwise mind might want us to take it seriously, yes. Only mind says no need for satsang, I'm free now. And satsang says I who is free. Song time. No, it's so funny that especially when I feel like this throat should be rested a bit, then it comes to sing the most, songs with the highest notes, where the words will just not be remembered, very complex. So this is coming now, and those of you who want to preserve your ears and hearing can safely mute your computer. Some of you might have heard this from me before. Krishnam Vande Paramanandam Vandeham Krishnam Vande Paramanandam Vande 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 Muralidhara Krishna Tulsidhara Muralidhara Manamohana Anandam Nandana Krishnam Vande Paramanandam Vandeham Krishnam Vande Paramanandam Vande Krishnam Vande Paramanandam वन्देऽहं कृष्णं वन्दे परमानन्दं वन्दे मनमोहना आनन्दनन्दना मनमोहना आनन्दनन्दना हे गिरधारी बनमाली हे गिरधारी बनमाली यमुना तीर बिहारी हरि यमुना तीर बिहारी हरि कृष्णं वन्दे परमानन्दं वन्देऽहं कृष्णं वन्दे परमानन्दं वन्दे कृष्णं वन्दे परमानन्दं वन्दे कृष्णं वन्दे परमानन्दं वन्दे कृष्णं वन्दे परमानन्दं वन्दे कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला कृष्ण गोविंद गोपाला कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला कृष्ण गोविंद गोपाला जय मुरली मनोहर नंद लाला जय मुरली मनोहर नंद लाला कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला कृष्ण गोविंद 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 गोपाला कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला जय मुरली मनोहर नंद लाला मुरली मनोहर नंद लाला कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला जय मुरली मनोहर नंद लाला जय मुरली मनोहर नंद लाला कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
O Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Jaya Murali Manohar Nand Lala. Murali Manohar Nand Lala. Jaya Murali Manohar Nand Lala. Jaya Murali Manohar Nand Lala. Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala. 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 Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala. Jai Manohar Nandalala. Thank you all so very much for joining in Satsang today. Sadguru Shri Mujiji ki Jai.
Sadhguru Shri Ananta Ji ki
Jai.
Thank you, Claire, my dear, for moderating today. We can turn the broadcast off now.